blood vessels and cardiac cycle and the arteries and veins. Let us discuss. First of all, the heart is composed of three layers. The outermost layer is epicardium. Second one is myocardium. And the innermost layer is endocardium. Epicardium, myocardium and endocardium. This epicardium is a rigid layer and this myocardium is a smoothest layer which consists of smooth muscles, and this endocardium is vascular in nature. Endocardium is vascular in nature. And if we discuss about the structure of heart, let us first discuss about left atrium and left ventricle. Let us consider this is the left atrium and this is the left ventricle, and the left atrium and this is the left ventricle. Left atria and left ventricle. Now this atria and ventricle are separated by atrioventricular septum. This is atrioventricular septum, and let us, this is the left ventricle and this left atria and this is the left ventricle. Now this left atria and in between the left atria and the left ventricle there is a valve called, this is called mitral valve. Or this is also called bicuspid valve. This valve is also called bicuspid valve, and this is the ventricle through which aorta is arised. This is aorta. Through which the oxygenated blood will be reached towards the tissue, towards the all the tissues in our body. This is about the left ventricle. And if we discuss about the right atrium or right ventricle, let us discuss. This is the right atrium and this is the right ventricle. This right atrium and right ventricle are separated by atrioventricular septum, and there is a special valve which is present between the atria and the ventricle is called tricuspid valve. This is tricuspid wall and this is bicuspid wall. And the thickness of left ventricle is greater than that of right ventricle, and this right ventricle will give rise to the pulmonary artery. This is systemic aorta and this is pulmonary arch. This is the systemic aorta and this is pulmonary aorta, or this is also called pulmonary arch. This is some basic information about the heart. And if we discuss about the circulation, that is two types of circulations, that is pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Let us discuss about the circulation. These are two types of circulations. One is pulmonary circulation and other one is systemic circulation. This is the left atria and this is the left ventricle. This is the right atrium and this is the left ventricle. Okay, let us draw it. This is the right atrium and this is the right ventricle, and this is the left atrium and this is the left ventricle. Now, from the left ventricle, a special type of aorta which is arranged is called aorta, or it is also called systemic aorta. Now, the systemic aorta, this is a systemic artery. This systemic artery will be drained into arterioles. This is the arteries, and these are the middle sized arteries. These are the middle sized arteries, and middle sized arteries will give rise to meta arteries. These are called meta arteries. These are meta arteries, and these meta arteries will be give rise to the capillaries. These are the capillaries. these are the capillaries, these are the arteries, and these are the middle sized arteries, and these are the meta arteries, and these are the capillaries. Now these capillaries will end into the veins. These are the veins, and these are the arteries, these are the veins, and these veins will be drained into the, here there is a special substance that is called superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Now these veins are venules, these are called venules, these are called venules, and these are the veins. Now these veins will be drained into the superior vena cava or inferior vena cava. It has capacity to drain into the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. This is about circulation, and here there is one more type of circulation. As we know that there are two lungs. Now from the right atrium, the pulmonary arteries will go to the lungs. This is a pulmonary artery. It will go to the lungs where the deoxygenated blood will convert into oxygenated blood, and as a result it will come from the lungs, the oxygenated blood will reach the left ventricle. Now this entire circulation, that is from the pulmonary artery to the lungs where the deoxygenated blood will get converted into oxygenated blood, and this oxygenated blood will reach to the left atrium to the pulmonary vein. This is pulmonary vein, and this is pulmonary artery. There are two pulmonary arteries and two pulmonary veins. These are the two pulmonary arteries and these are two pulmonary veins. Now these two circulations are called, this entire circulation is called that is from pulmonary artery to the lungs and from lungs to the left ventricle, left atria is called pulmonary circulation. This one is called pulmonary circulation, and from the left ventricle through the aorta, the blood will be reached here in this way. This is the oxygenated bed. Now this oxygenated bed, when it will reach to the tissues, it becomes the deoxygenated bed. Here it is oxygenated bed. When it reaches to the tissue, the oxygenated bed will get converted into deoxygenated bed. This black color one is a deoxygenated bed. This deoxygenated bed will be entered into the right atrium. Now, the circulation from left atrium to the or left ventricle through the systemic aorta till the tissues and again back from tissues to the right atrium is called, this entire circulation is called, this entire circulation is called systemic circulation. This entire structure is called, this entire circulation is called, this is the pulmonary circulation and this is the systemic circulation. These are the two different types of circulation, that is, one is pulmonary circulation and other one is the systemic circulation. If we discuss about the arteries and veins, if we discuss about the arteries, these arteries are made up of three different types of layers. The outermost layer is called tunica adventitia. Or it is also called tunica externa. This is tunica externa, and the layer which is present next to the tunica externa is, it is also tunica externa. This is also tunica externa, and the layer which is present next to this tunica externa is tunica media. This is tunica media. This is the tunica media, and the layer which is present next to the tunica media is tunica interna. This is tunica externa, tunica media and tunica interna. This is the innermost layer and this is the lumen. Now, if we discuss about the elastic lamina in the arteries, the elastic lamina is present on the either sides of this lumen, that is, let us consider this is the elastic lamina and this is the innermost layer is lumen. In arteries, the elastic lamina is present on either sides of the lumen. This is about arteries. And if we discuss about the veins, It is also same. It consists of three layers: tunica externa, tunica media, and tunica interna. This is tunica externa. And second layer is tunica media. This is tunica media, and second layer is, the innermost layer is tunica interna. Whereas if we consider the elastic lamina in the veins, it is present on only one side of the lumen, that is it is about elastic lamina, whereas in arteries it consists of two elastic lamina, in veins it consists of only one elastic lamina.